It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, so this week we've got a whole pile of searches you all have been sending in, and it looks like there's a pretty clear theme emerging.
Yeah, a lot of interest in America's pastime, baseball.
And more specifically, even the LA Dodgers. You're really dialed in on them this week. We're seeing the basics, like MLB scores and Dodger game today, which totally makes sense.
Right, got to stay up to date.
But then you're getting into some pretty interesting specifics. Like we see a bunch of searches for Mookie Betts and Manuel Margot even. And then on top of that, we see you're looking ahead with MLB standings 2025 and the Dodgers schedule. Oh, and one more thing. Someone even tossed in a Red Sox games search in there. Interesting.
Definitely a good mix. The micro and the macro of being a fan, you know?
Exactly. So in this deep dive, we're going to try to untangle all of this, see what we can learn about what's really got you all so interested in the Dodgers right now.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so first things first. That Dodger game today, search and all the stuff about the schedule, especially anything mentioning the Detroit Tigers. We saw Tigers, Dodgers, and Detroit Tigers versus Dodgers a bunch. So what do you think? Does this mean they just played Detroit? Or are they about to?
Well, I mean, yeah, the simplest explanation is usually the right one. There's probably a series either just happened or is coming up real soon against the Tigers.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's more than just a regular opponent, right? I mean, they play a lot of teams. What makes this particular matchup stand out, do you think?
It's hard to say for sure, but when you see this kind of repeated focus on one opponent, it tells you there's something else going on.
Right. Okay, so maybe it's a super important game within their division.
Could be. Or maybe they've had some crazy games against the Tigers in the past. You know, some kind of rivalry brewing. Or even just a certain player on the Tigers that people are excited to see go up against the Dodgers.
Yeah, saying all good points. So maybe it's not just about the game itself, but about the whole context surrounding it.
Exactly. Context is key.
All right, let's move on to a player we saw a lot of searches for. Mookie Betts. And it wasn't just Mookie Betts, it was also just Mookie. That's a lot of interest in one guy.
Yeah, not surprising though. He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, he is. But there's another search that caught our eye. Mookie Betts' illness. That changes things a bit, doesn't it?
For sure. This isn't just about his performance on the field anymore. People are genuinely concerned about him. They want to know how he's doing, what it means for the Dodgers.
Right. Makes you realize how much fans connect with these players, not just as athletes, but as people, too. And speaking of connecting with players, we also saw a decent amount of searches for Manuel Margot, so there's clearly interest in more than just one Dodger.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If your star player is out or not playing well, who steps up? People want to know.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've talked about the current games and individual players. Now let's zoom out a bit. We saw someone searching for MLB standings 2025. Why do you think someone's thinking about that already?
Because they're thinking long term. They're not just caught up in the day-to-day wins and losses. They're looking at the big picture. How do the Dodgers stack up against the rest of the league? Where are they headed?
That's interesting. So it's almost like they're playing a mental game of predicting the future of the season.
Exactly. And I think it shows a deeper level of engagement with the team.
Right. Like they're invested in the journey, not just the destination. Now, we can't ignore those searches for Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers, Lost Dodgers, all those variations. Plus, Dodgers score, Dodgers score. It seems like people just can't get enough Dodgers.
Yeah, that's the heartbeat of a true fan right there. They want to know everything. The scores, the news, the rumors, all of it.
Totally. They're plugged into the Dodger world, 2047. Yeah. Now, last but not least, that Red Sox game search. That one kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, doesn't it?
It does a little. It's the only search that doesn't directly relate to the Dodgers. Makes you wonder, what's the story there?
Right. I mean, maybe they used to be a Red Sox fan before switching allegiances to the Dodgers.
Could be. Or maybe they have a favorite player who got traded to the Red Sox.
Or they could just be a baseball fanatic who likes to keep up with all the big teams. Who knows?
You're right. We might never know the true reason, but it's fun to speculate.
All right, so let's recap. This week's searches tell us you're all deeply invested in the Dodgers, especially their matchups against the Detroit Tigers. You're closely following the health of key players like Mookie Betts and Manuel Margot, And you're already thinking about the 2025 MLB standings, trying to figure out where the Dodgers will end up.
It's amazing how much we can learn from these simple searches.
It really is. It's like a window into the minds of Dodgers fans everywhere. So here's a question for you all to think about. We've talked about player health, individual games, and the overall league standings. Which of these factors do you think will be the most important in determining the Dodgers' success this season? Let us know. And thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.